Hi guys, it is Wednesday, September 23rd, and your objective for today, we talked about symbolism in a poem, and so we're going to talk a little more about that and practice with it today. So to be successful, you're going to explain what pictures represent, and then read and listen to a poem and choose the best answer about symbolism. And this is a quiz, so take your time. If you don't score very well or you want to try again, you have 2 attempts. So feel free to try again if you don't like your score the first time. So the very first thing that you should have seen when you got on the module today was that check-in. So always make sure that you are checking in with me, letting me know how your week's going, if you have any questions, and I will be happy to help you at some point during the week or even sometime at the end of the day on Wednesday. So this is practice for you. If you click next in the module after going through this slideshow, it will come up and it's just basically a bunch of pictures and it's asking you what does it represent. So I'm going to pull up the assignment and it would look like this. And this first quick response is, what does this picture represent? And I don't want you to type in here, it's an eagle. That's not what I know what the picture is. I want you to tell me, when people typically look at an eagle, what do we say it represents? What does it stand for? Especially in America, what does an eagle stand for? Okay, so I want you to type that in there. And you are getting points for this, so just keep that in mind. For the practice then, I want you to think about when we drive down the road or we're looking on the computer and we see these symbols, okay, they represent something. I don't want you to tell me something like, oh, this represents freedom, okay? That's not what I mean. When I look at this apple, what do I know this represents, okay? Obviously, this is one of my favorite symbols here. What store does this represent? Okay, what hero does this represent? What does this sign represent when you're driving down the street? So these are very simple, basic answers. It's not there to trick you. Just when we see these, what do they mean? Okay, and then we're going to get to a little bit deeper thinking. You see these symbols, okay, and what could this symbol actually stand for? If I see a butterfly, what do people think that represents? And then to justify your answer, there really can't be a wrong one as long as you give me an explanation. Why did you think a butterfly stood for, and then fill in the blank? Just explain to me. You know, I've said since the beginning of the year that, I mean, you could give me answers all day long, but until you can explain to me what you mean by that, the answer is irrelevant. So make sure you tell me in your own words, what could this symbolize? And then explain to me why you came up with that. Okay, so this is a very simple practice. Don't think too hard about it. I think it's meant to be easy, but I want you to fill it out and think about symbolism as you do it. Okay, we go back to the slideshow here. So after you get done with this, then you're going to click next in the module again, and there is a quiz there. Okay, I am taking this for a performance grade, like I mentioned in the objective slide. But it's not too hard. I give you the opportunity to listen to the poem being read. I told you that day we read Captain, My Captain, that I love poetry. I just don't read it very well. So if you would rather listen to the poem, there's a link right here. If you want to follow along with it as it's being read, the poem is right here and you can refer to it as many times as you want. The poem will look like this with your questions, okay? And you only have 2 choices, so it should be pretty simple, okay? I kept it as easy as possible since we just got done talking about symbolism. But you will take that quiz and submit it. And then, as always, on a Wednesday, everybody should be getting on your software and completing that segment for 20 minutes, working on it, and then reading for 20 minutes. So make sure you have your book. Make sure you're getting online and reading. Make sure you are filling out that reading log for points, okay? And then you are done for the day. So don't forget, check in, practice, quiz. and software and reading. So have a wonderful Wednesday, guys, and email me or get on that Google Meet at 10:45, and I will see you there.